Morning everyone, how are you all? Hope you're all fine. This is your social science teacher, Mr. Ismail. Hope you're all enjoying the cold and a much chill atmosphere because it's all raining surrounding the areas. Don't go out from your home, stay safe at your home itself. The reason is very simple that if you're playing in the rain, then if you're getting cold, cough, sneezing or some other issues if you are getting, though it may be a viral fever and some other things, but the doctors will take you, they will make you to be admitted in the hospital as on the name of a COVID-19 itself. If you want to be very protective one, so please be at your home. This is my suggestion, so please take it down and let's move towards the lesson which we have started the chapter in a previous few classes of ours. The chapter name is Advent of Europeans to India. Whereas in the previous class we have discussed about the French. Soon after the Englishers, the French people entered into India and their intention was also to rule over the India. And as they have defeated the British people in European war, so similar manner they thought that anyhow we have defeated them in the Europe, so why can't we defeat them in India? So if they are ruling over the India, then if you are defeating the Britishers, then entire the India will be there in our control. That was the intention of theirs, and with this intention itself, the French people, they have entered into India, they ruled over a few particular places they have captured, like as a Kazim Bazar, Mahim, then again it may be what you can consider it out, the Broch. So such all the places were there in the control of the French also. So let's concentrate soon after the visit of the French and the Britishers. As in the previous class I have told you that the great competition is going to held in between of French and the Britishers. So we need to have a glance at who is going to get victory. If the Englishers are winning, then how they are winning? Then if the French people are winning against the Britishers, then how they are winning? That all the things we will notice it out. And as I have told you, among the French, the much intelligent and the most clever, the most dynamic personality was Dupleix. He was leading the French people in India. Whereas as equivalent to the French, as equivalent to the Dupleix, the British people, they need to carry out a person, one who is much cleverer than the Dupleix, and he should be a more braver than the Dupleix. So that was the thought of theirs, and they found Robert Clive. So among the Britishers we can find Robert Clive, and among the French we can find the Dupleix. In between of a Dupleix and Robert Clive, it's not a war in between of French and Englishers. I must tell you the war it is in between of the Dupleix and the Robert Clive. The war it is what you can consider it out. One side the war it has taken place with a physical way, and at another side the mental strongness, mental strength it was showing. That all the things we are going to have a glance in today's class of ours. Let us focus towards the competition between the English and the French. But my dear children, before the French and the English, so who entered into India? Obviously Portuguese and Dutch. Portuguese and the Dutch people enter into the India. Now what about the Portuguese and the Dutch people? Will they continue their ruling, or will they feel that we cannot compete with the French and we cannot compete with the English? So better to drop out the idea to compete with them, or better to drop out the idea to rule over the India and turn back our place? What they will decide? Let's see that. The competition between English and the French. The Portuguese and the Dutch withdraw from India to unable to withstand the competition with the French and English. So as expected that the Portuguese people and the Dutch people were not at all able to fight or able to compete in against of the French and the Britishers. So then they decided that it is better to move back. So we are not at all having that much of a capability, we are not having that much of a strength to fight against the French and the Britishers. It's better to be settled down in our own places. So Dutch people thought about it and they settled down in the few islands which they have already captured. The island like as Java, Sumatra, Indonesia, there they have settled down. So Dutch people went towards there. What about the French? What about the Portuguese people? Where they need to go? So Portuguese people, the single place which they have captured in India, that's Goa. So in Goa only the Portuguese people, they settled down for a little longer time, even after the independence of India also. They stayed in Goa. Except the Goa, they did not dare to come out from there, because they knew very well that if you are daring to come out from the Goa, then the French and the English people, they may grab even the Goa also from our side, from us. So therefore we have to be settled down in Goa, they thought, and they just remained in Goa itself. Let's continue the things. French and English restored to show the strength in order to establish supremacy over the India. Now the real or exact competition held in between of French and the English. They were just waiting for showing their capacity. They were waiting for showing their strength to the Indians in against of each other. Who is the more powerful one? Whether the French or the Britishers are the more powerful one. That competition it has held in between of them, and they were waiting for an opportunity to show the strength of theirs. And not only for showing the strength, they were waiting for an opportunity. They just started to restoring all the materials which is essential for the war. It may be the weapons, or it may be the soldiers, or whatever the things are there, everything else, both together they started to restore it out. Even the England people were also restoring the weapons, then soldiers and all. Even here the French people also restoring the weapons and all. The French people were, English people were using their brain to capturing the Indian dynasties or else the Indian places and all, by attracting them with the words it may be there, by attracting them by giving some of the bribe it may be there, by fooling the king it may be there. They were doing such all the things, and they were taking some of the places. For example, by fooling the king Jahangir, they have taken the three places, Agra, Ahmedabad and Abroach. How they have captured it? By fooling only. Then again by fooling the ruler of Chandranagar, Chandragiri. By fooling the ruler of Chandragiri, they have captured Madras. So that was the ideology of Britishers. But here the French were also nevertheless than them. The French were also nevertheless than them. They too were also planning in the same manner. They were waiting for an opportunity. Then they got an opportunity. How and where, in a sense? Meanwhile, when they were waiting for the opportunity, meanwhile, a political volatility arose in the regions of Hyderabad and Carnatic. Carnatic, as I have told you, it is not at all a Karnataka. It is in the eastern part of Tamil Nadu. For eastern part of Tamil Nadu, we can call it as a Carnatic. Here, when they were expecting, when they were fighting each other, they were just planning for to destroy each other. They were waiting for an opportunity. As the God's grace for them, you can think it out, or as the foolishness of our Indian ruler, you can think it out. So the clash it has held in between of Hyderabad ruler and the Carnatic regions. The clash held in between of Hyderabad and Karnataka. So then the British started to support Hyderabad, and whereas the Carnatic it started to get a support by the French people. Wherever the Britishers were supporting to one team, if the Britishers are supporting A team, then French people were supporting the B team. Okay, though they were not having any relationship with the A and B, but their support it used to be there. Supporting in a sense how? Let us make them to be fight it out. If the French people are giving complete support to the B team, and they are making the B team to be get anger against of A team and fight it down, and in against of the A team, we can find more than 90% of the A team soldiers died, then B team's 50% soldiers will die. So here the 90% in a sense, the only 10% soldiers will be there, and these 10% soldiers will also be in the control of a B team. Whereas the 50% of the soldiers, only 50% of the soldiers will be remain in the B team itself. Then French people, those who are having 100% of the supporters or the soldiers, all the 100% of soldiers, they will attack on the B team also, to whom they have supported initially, and they will capture the B and A. Hope you are understanding. So this is what the technique of French, and this is only the technique of Britishers also. So now the clash it has held in between of Hyderabad and Karnataka. That what we can call in Kannada, Tuppa bandu bayiಗೆ ಬಿತ್ತು. So same manner, they were waiting for an opportunity. They got an opportunity here. So clash or the war it held in between of the Hyderabad dynasty and Carnatic, Tamil Nadu dynasty. Let's see that. So Hyderabad kingdom was established. About the Hyderabad we'll see first. Now what are the things are going to take place and all that we'll notice out. How the clash it has held in between of Hyderabad and Carnatic. These are the much interesting things, my dear children here. Let's focus. Hyderabad kingdom was established in the year 1724. 1824 by Asaf Jha. Remember the name Asaf Jha. Okay. Hyderabad dynasty, Hyderabad kingdom, it's established in the year 1724 by Asaf Jha. So then Asaf Jha was the ruler of Hyderabad and Karnataka. Asaf Jha was ruling over Tamil Nadu's region, eastern region of Tamil Nadu or Karnataka, we can call. Then Hyderabad also. So once what happened, the ruler of Hyderabad, he attacked on the Carnatic and he had captured the Carnatic. Carnatic completely, it was in the control of a Hyderabad ruler, and Hyderabad ruler name is Asaf Jha. So then Hyderabad ruler thought for a while that single ruler, single king, he cannot rule over both the places. I cannot manage both the places. I cannot be there in the Hyderabad also, and at the same moment I cannot be there even in the Carnatic region also. So it is better I have to appoint one of most loyal person of mine to rule over the Carnatic, and he should be the puppet of mine. Whatever the words I will say, he must have to listen, because I am the actual ruler of that Carnatic region, and instead of me, just only for the naam ke vaste or namesake, I am making him to be the ruler of a Carnatic, but he is not at all the exact or the actual ruler of Carnatic. Okay, so in that manner Asaf Jha thought it, and he has declared, he has decided one of his person or on whom he was trusting a lot. His name is Dost Ali. Asaf Jha, the ruler of Hyderabad dynasty, it has started in the year of 1724. And this Hyderabad ruler Asaf Jha, he was not only the ruler of Hyderabad, even he was the actual ruler of Carnatic also. So one person cannot be rule over at both the places. So this was his intention. With this intention, the Hyderabad ruler, he has decided to be appoint one more loyal person of his, one more trustworthy person of his to be the ruler of a Carnatic. So then he decided to appoint this Dost Ali as the new king or as the ruler of a Carnatic. Now the Dost Ali has become the ruler of a Carnatic. You know that there is a quote in Hindi or some other things that if you are providing a ghee to the dog, then it won't, the dog will not get digest with that. So same manner what happened here, the Hyderabad ruler, his name is Asaf Jha. He has appointed Carnatic, for Carnatic he has appointed Asaf Jha, Dost Ali, one who was the loyal servant to the Asaf Jha. He appointed him as the new king. So the moment when the Dost Ali has become a new king for the Carnatic, his intention, his ideologies were completely changed. Before becoming a ruler, when he was just a slave, by the time he was very loyal to the Asaf Jha. By folding his hand, he used to stand and all, he was doing it out. But the moment when he himself has been declared as the new ruler for the Carnatic, then his favor have completely changed, or I must have to say that his attitude has completely changed. He has become a new ruler. So the loyalness has went into vain. Now Dost Ali is not remaining loyal to the Asaf Jha. So when the Dost Ali was plottering, or Dost Ali was making some exploitation against the Asaf Jha, then Asaf Jha thought that it is better to be cut the Dost Ali. It is better to remove the Dost Ali from the post of that. Then even he might have, Asaf Jha might have requested him, he might have asked him that to give up the throne, leave it out. But already the Dost Ali has become a new ruler, how can he give it out? He was just revolted against of Asaf Jha. Then Asaf Jha made a proper planning. He took a support from the Marathas. Now the Marathas started to support to the Asaf Jha, the king of Hyderabad. So then Marathas attacked on Dost Ali. And they killed him. Marathas attacked on Dost Ali and they killed Dost Ali. Not only they killed the Dost Ali's son-in-law, one was the prime minister for Dost Ali, one was the minister of Dost Ali. So our son-in-law of Dost Ali, his name is Chanda Sahib. Please remember this name, because this name will continue till the end of the chapter, because he is only the key or the master stroke for entire the chapter. So Dost Ali's son-in-law, see, Marathas attacked on the Dost Ali and they killed the Dost Ali. Not only they killed the Dost Ali, even they imprisoned the son-in-law of Dostali. His name is Chanda Sahib. They captured him and they threw him into the jail for a longer time. So the person one was in the jail, or he was the son-in-law of Dostali. His name is Chanda Sahib. Now the Carnatic place has become completely empty. The Asaf Jah decided to take one more, a most loyal and the most trustworthy person for him was Anwaruddin. He has decided Anwaruddin to be the new ruler for the Carnatic, and he has appointed Anwaruddin as the new ruler for the Carnatic. Hyderabad's ruler was Asaf Jah, and Carnatic's new ruler was Anwaruddin. Now in next classes of ours we are going to concentrate a relationship in between of Anwaruddin and Asaf Jah. Then again, what about Chanda Sahib? As I have told you that the main key role or main key feature for entire the chapter is Chanda Sahib, one who is remaining in the jail. Since a long time he was waiting in the jail, like as what you can call that hungry lion. He was just waiting for a moment to kill the Asaf Jah and Anwaruddin, because Anwaruddin, he has occupied the place of Dostali, the father-in-law of Anwaruddin. He has occupied his place. So his revenge is in against of Asaf Jah and Anwaruddin. And here Chanda Sahib was waiting for the release. Who is going to relieve him? Whether the Britishers are releasing him or else the Duplex will come for releasing him. After releasing him, what is the game planning of Duplex? That all the things we'll see in the next class. Hope you are all enjoying the class. If you are really enjoying, so please text me the message and send me back. And moreover than these things, subscribe the video.